guys, welcome to another video. Thought I'd give you guys a little taste of what it's like to live in central Illinois in the middle of winter. Been at work in office, and I live about 30 miles away from the office, and it's been snowing all day. And these little podunk back roads we take don't always get plowed. So a lot of times whoever goes first in the car or the truck makes the way for the next people. It's a whole 12 degrees outside, but that's a heat wave considering the 8 degrees I had to walk into the office this morning. But anyway, just thought I'd show you guys a little bit of this central Illinois winter wonderland and take you along with me for my ride home. Through the little town I grew up in. First in the little parsonage next to the church, and then we moved across town into a little prefab house that my parents built by hand in 1978. I lived there till I grew up and moved out. And now I live a whole 5 miles away from here. And this is where we're going to turn right because we're not going to try to go any more on country roads. Those roads past here, this is where the county changes. And between here and the next county line, the roads will be terrible on this other back road, so we're going to switch over and take a less dangerous road the rest of the way. Man, do I have a lot of memories from this little town. Heart of America, USA. Grew up as a preacher's kid. Rotten to the core from day one. There's the church my daddy was the pastor of for years and years and years. And the little white house next to it that I used to live in. A little winter wonderland tour today of small villages in the Midwest. Some may wonder why we choose to live out in these rural areas instead of living in the town where I work. Biggest reason is because I'm not a city girl and I never will be. I'm a small town girl and I always will be. Same for my husband. Plus, it's just cheaper to live out here. The taxes are cheaper. It's just better. You have more privacy, more freedom. No horrible HOAs. You can build what you want, where you want, when you want. Because I don't care what anybody else says. HOAs suck. All right, we're going to turn left here. Last few miles of this journey until I get home. I'm gonna wait for these cars to pass. So I don't want to be a D-bag and pull out in front of them and go slow. Sorry, you're slightly tilted. I've got you guys up in the window. I'll wait for this last guy to turn here and then I'll go. I'm driving like a scared old grandma because I am a scared old grandma on snowy, icy roads. Wait for this guy to go, then we'll go. All right, here we go. We are ready to get through this intersection and head the last 5 miles home. Whoa. I slid out on that one. Whoa. And I dropped the phone because I shouldn't be doing this while I'm driving. Whoopsie doodles. We'll put it back in the window. Sorry, guys. Hadn't touched it until we stopped at that stop sign. And I forgot to put it up there when I took off. My bad. I'm not used to driving and having the phone on. I don't do that very often. That prefab house that my parents built by hand that I talked about a little while ago was right down this street here, the last street in town. So you can see how big this town is. But I was the first house in that row of houses. And they all came after we built ours. When I was a kid, I said I was going to grow up and move away from small town and live in New York City. I went to New York City to visit when I was 16 and I hated it. And I grew up, got married, and I live a total of 6 miles away from the house I grew up in. And I am fine with that. Although I will say I'm glad that Dave and I travel in the RV and we get to go and see other things besides tiny life. I mean, tiny small town life. We still like tiny living, but... We're about to cross the county line and the roads will be better. I mean, if you can say better on any Illinois road, at least it's less snowy and icy once we get out of this county and into my county. Man, I don't like to come into office 5 days a month, but it sure beats coming in every single day, especially in the wintertime when there's bad weather. I just planned my in-office day on a bad day, I guess, but you'll have that. Down to 10 degrees. We dropped another 2 degrees on the drive home. sign and it looks like my county made a liar out of me. I don't think those roads are any better than what I'm on right now. Maybe they just started and they started on the other end. I'm gonna slow down a little bit because that doesn't look like it's been plowed much. And now we're in a different county. Ugh, it feels like they might have salted this road. It doesn't have that wet sheen on it. When it snows hard for a long time, it kind of gets difficult because there's the typical road that I drive to work on has a lot of east-west turns, and those get drifted really bad. So basically, looking out here, that is a big pain in the butt is the travel portion during cold weather months, but it's worth it for the rest of the year because we don't have snow every day in the winter, and it doesn't usually get so bad you can't drive in it. Yeah, and Big Daddy Dave, he's a promise breaker because he told me 3 weeks ago he promised he'd put a snow scraper in my Jeep before it snowed. It snowed 3 times. I still don't have a snow scraper. But I do have a remote start, so today I just walked to the window in the office and pointed it at my car, and it was nice and warmed up and toasty, and the heated seats and heated steering wheel were on. The ice was all melted off the windows. I just wanted to get home before dark. Driving in dark's bad, driving in bad weather is bad, but me driving in the dark in bad weather is a no-go. And I had to make 2 stops because I'm a procrastinator and waited until the last minute to get some gifts for my kids and grandkids. And we're celebrating Christmas this weekend since we'll be leaving and heading to Florida for the actual holidays. We'll see my brother. We'll see our son and his wife and the grandbaby again. See some friends, go places and do things and have a great time and come back refreshed and ready to hit 2025 head on. Roads are terrible, not plowed at all. So maybe our county isn't on the ball today. Typically it's the opposite. And if they haven't plowed the main road, I know they haven't plowed the city road or the village roads. Well, maybe they haven't. I just don't know what I'm talking about at all about anything today. I see more than one person land in this ditch down here, so I'm being careful taking that curve. Alrighty, we're on the home stretch, people. I always tell my dogs on the days that I have to work in offices, Mommy will be home at 3:45 and not a minute later, but today it just did not work out that way because of a slow drive and 2 stops. Grocery store stop and a Christmas store stop. We're almost there. Welcome to my little village. Humble and quaint as it may be, it is home and I love it. For now, till we find something in southern Illinois close to a lake and build a retirement home on a piece of nice property without an HOA. No HOAs. HOAs can go to HOALL. have a longer story on that. Maybe someday I'll make a video on it. I'm too bitter right now. Both ways. And now we're gonna head this way. I'm in town, I'm holding the phone. I know it's bad, but I'm literally a block and a half away from home and I'm doing 1 mile an hour. You can see the big man shed from here. And there's the big grain elevator over there. Put you guys back up in the window for a minute. Looky here, looky here. Mama made it home safe. As long as I don't run into the garage door or the sides of the garage, we're good to go. I see tire tracks. Big Daddy Dave's already home. All right, I'm going to put my forward-facing camera on so that I don't run into the AC unit in the garage. Central heat and vac unit, I mean. All right. Thank you guys for driving home with me. You kept me company so I didn't get so anxious on the bad roads. I'll probably put some music and fast forward through most of this so you guys don't have to watch such a long, boring video. But thanks for coming along, and hope anybody else that has to travel out there today is being safe and gets home safely, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.